When he woke up again, it was already past 1 o'clock in the morning. The house was quiet and there was no movement, and his wife and daughter were nowhere to be found. After a slight listening, his powerful senses locked on a sound. Following the source of the sound, he went downstairs. It turned out that his wife had placed his daughter here. Ulik wanted to call out to his wife, but the next words made him terrified. His wife was holding the radio and kept calling for help. Suddenly, the same scene reminded Blake of his childhood. That night, from his father's conversation, he learned an extremely terrifying secret. There was an animal called the mountain heat in the forest. As long as it bites, one would turn into a werewolf. In the transformation from human to werewolf, humanity will gradually be obliterated. Animal nature will gradually take over the body. Obviously, Black was infected. At this moment, his cells are rapidly mutating. In fact, from the time his wife bandaged his arm, Black had already lost his human language ability, and every word he said was in animal language. This also explains why no one understands him. It's all because of the language barrier between humans and beasts. Thinking of all the strange things that happened before, Black finally realized that he was infected with sand fever. The understanding wife brought paper and pen. He wanted his husband to write down what he wanted to say. Black held the pen tremblingly. He was no longer as flexible as he was a few hours ago. In despair, he wrote a word, meaning he felt he was dying. Seeing this, his wife quickly comforted him, saying she would definitely cure her husband. During the conversation, Blake's condition worsened again. At this moment, he could no longer hear his wife's voice or express his thoughts to her. In fact, this is the invasion process of the animal's sensory system. He is slowly stripping away the human sensory world. Looking at his daughter's worried eyes, Black didn't know what to do. Then his wife noticed that his arm was bleeding again. So she quickly wanted to help him deal with it again. However, the wound seemed to be festering, but Blake didn't notice it at all. It seems that he was stimulated by the smell of blood. Black suddenly started biting his arm frantically. And then he looked at his wife with unfinished interest. Obviously, in the transformation between humanity and animal nature, the consciousness of both is in a fierce tug of war. Fortunately, the remaining humanity made Blake calm down. He didn't show any more exaggerated movements. This scene made his wife realize that she must leave immediately or her husband's condition might get worse. Suddenly, she saw a pickup truck parked in the yard and immediately remembered the car keys she found. Then she went to the basement. She found a battery and took a knife to open the back door. They didn't dare to make any noise, even closing the door carefully. Then she lifted the hood. The wife had to use the battery to start it. After making all preparations, he returned to the driver's seat and began to step on the accelerator. As the roar of the machine kept echoing, and the noise was particularly harsh. Fortunately, the car started with just a few tries. What's more fortunate is that the monster didn't appear during this period. Without hesitation, the wife immediately shifted gears to leave, but the next second,